Hello everyone, welcome back to another What's for Dinner video. If you are new here, my name is Veronica and I'm very happy to have you here. And I hope this video can give you some meal inspiration to cook for your family or maybe some new meal ideas to try. I actually tried a new recipe in this video that we absolutely loved, so stay tuned. This night for supper, I fixed Mexican pizza. This was the first time I ever fixed this. The first thing that I done was brown 2 pounds of ground beef. The original recipe calls for 1 pound, but I am cooking for 6 people, so I used 2 pounds. I'm a huge fan of the Mexican pizzas from Taco Bell, so whenever they took them off the menu, I was really sad. And so whenever I seen this recipe, I was so excited and I couldn't wait to try it. And my family actually liked these Mexican pizzas better than the ones from Taco Bell, so I will definitely be making this recipe again. While my ground beef was browning, I went ahead and chopped up some green onion and diced a tomato, and that way I can use those as toppings whenever my Mexican pizza comes out of the oven. I then drained the grease off of my ground beef whenever it was brown, and I added in 2 packs of taco seasoning and a 1.5 cups of water, and I just stirred that up really well and let that simmer for about 5 minutes just until all of that was thickened up. I had also started to preheat my oven to 400 degrees. Let me know in the comments below if you have ever tried a Mexican pizza or if you have ever made them. Honestly, they are so easy to make, and I don't know why. I had it in my head that they would be a lot harder to make and a lot more complicated, but they were so easy. While my taco meat was on a low simmer, I went ahead and got out another small skillet. I added in 1 cup of vegetable oil and I let that heat up. Whenever that was heated up, I took some taco-sized flour tortillas and I added one at a time into the vegetable oil, and I just flipped them over frequently, and that way they wouldn't burn until they got crispy. And whenever they got crispy, I removed them from the vegetable oil. It took about 3 to 4 minutes, and then I placed them on a plate that was lined with a paper towel, and I done that with each flour tortilla. This was the most time-consuming step of making the Mexican pizzas, just because you have to cook each flour tortilla individually. It took me about 15 minutes total to cook all of my tortilla shells. I ended up making 5 of the Mexican pizzas, so I had a total of 10 tortilla shells. While the rest of my tortilla shells was cooking, I went ahead and stuck some refried beans in the microwave to heat those up, and that way it made them easier to spread on my tortilla shells. I also took a baking sheet and lined it with some aluminum foil and sprayed it with some non-stick spray, and then took 1 tortilla shell and placed it on the bottom. I then layered that with some refried beans, and I spread the beans out evenly over top of the tortilla shell. And to spread the refried beans, I used my Pioneer Woman spreader, and with the beans heated up and using the spreader, it was super easy to spread the refried beans onto the tortilla shell. I then added a layer of taco meat over top of the refried beans, and I spread that evenly on there as well. After I added a layer of the taco meat, I placed another tortilla shell over top of that. I then took a spoon and added some red enchilada sauce over top of my flour tortilla and spread the red enchilada sauce evenly over top of the shells. I then added some shredded Mexican blend cheese over top of the red enchilada sauce. I then placed them in the oven that I had preheated to 400 degrees for 9 minutes. And whenever they came out of the oven, I topped them with some diced tomato and some green onion. And like I said at the beginning, my entire family love these Mexican pizzas, so I will definitely be making them again in the future. They were absolutely delicious. This night for supper, I fixed chicken casserole. This is my recipe, so I will type that out in the description box below. The first thing that I do is cook my chicken breast. I add it to water and let that come to a boil. And then I boil it for about 20 minutes, just until the chicken breast is completely cooked all the way through. And whenever my chicken has reached 165 degrees, I will then drain the water off of the chicken. And then I shred my chicken, and the way that I do that is add it to my KitchenAid stand mixer, or I use my hand mixer. It just makes shredding chicken a whole lot easier. Once I have all of my chicken added to the bowl, I then turn my stand mixer on low and let it shred the chicken. And like I said, using a mixer is a whole lot easier than having to do it by hand, because for one, you don't get burnt, and for two, it's a whole lot quicker. And after just a couple of minutes, my chicken is shredded, and I always look through my chicken to make sure there's no big pieces of chicken that hasn't been shredded, and if they are, I just shred it by hand. I then move my chicken to the side, and in another bowl, I take 1 pack of the chicken stovetop stuffing mix, and I fix that according to the microwavable package directions. I use plant butter, and I add in water and microwave it for about 5 minutes. And whenever it comes out of the microwave, I just take a fork and just kind of fluff up that stuffing mix, and then I add it to my chicken that I had just shredded. Once I have my stuffing mix added to my chicken, I mix that up really well, and then I take a family size can or 2 small cans of cream of chicken soup and add it to my stuffing and chicken and mix that up really well. Once that is well combined, I then add a 1/2 cup of sour cream and mix that up as well. I then add just a little bit of finely shredded mild cheddar cheese to this and mix that up as well. Once I have all of my ingredients mixed up and well combined, I take a large baking dish and spray it with some nonstick spray and add all of that to my baking dish and spread it in there evenly. Once I have it all added to my baking dish and spread out evenly, I then top it with some finely shredded mild cheddar cheese, and you can use as much cheese as you like. I then place it in my oven that I had preheated to 350 degrees, and I bake it for a total of 30 minutes. To go with our chicken casserole, I picked some of these Grand's Big Buttery Crescent Rolls. These are so good and they're super easy. You just take them out of the can and roll them up and pop them in the oven. But these go really well with the chicken casserole. I also fixed some of these Margaret Home seasoned Italian green beans to go with our meal. This was our first time trying them. My family thought that they was okay. I felt like they had too much seasoning on them. And here's the chicken casserole fresh out of the oven, along with our crescent rolls and our green beans. Like I said, the chicken casserole is my recipe and we absolutely love it. We woke up this morning to this beautiful snow, so I thought it would be a perfect day to make some chili in the crock pot. Today I'm going to make a large pot of chili, so I'm just going to double my recipe, and that way we will have leftovers for a couple of days. So I'm going to add in 2 cans of light red kidney beans, 2 cans of chili beans, 2 large cans of petite diced tomatoes and tomato juice, a little bit of minced garlic, some French's Chilio seasoning, and 2 pounds of lean ground beef. I'm just going to stir all that together. Place my lid on my crock pot, and I'm just going to cook this on low all day. To go with our chili, I fixed some of this Martha White sweet yellow cornbread, and I just fixed it according to the package directions. And then I topped my chili with some shredded cheese and some sour cream. I know that we eat chili a lot, but we absolutely love it during the winter. Tonight for supper, I'm fixing one of our absolute favorite easy meals. It's the Tyson Anytizers chicken fries, the home style. And for our side, I'm going to fix some Knorr rice sides with cheddar and broccoli. And I'm just going to fix each one according to the package directions. The chicken fries and the Knorr pasta sides are super easy to make. And here they are fresh out of the oven. Like I said, this is one of our favorite easy, fast meals. And that's it for today's video. I hope that you all enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you all have a great day.